very much for your input this morning. Right, let's see also what is trending this morning, and Musafiri is standing by to prime us on that as well. Good to see you, Musafiri. Yes, there was a very interesting conversation on Kivumi on Monday, and that also has drawn a lot of conversation online as well, where we had a reporter, Bahaj, just taking poll on what guys are thinking, a straw poll, so to speak, on what is happening in Githurai, response and reaction to the running mate debate that is between Rigathi Gachagua and Martha Karua. What do you know?
Yes, good morning to you, Dibal. And yes, we have a viral video of our reporter and colleague Bahaj engaging residents of Githurai following the announcement of Martha Karua's Raila's running mate. And that video has really performed well. The last time I checked this morning, it had over 200,000 views, over 900 retweets, 400 quotes. And most of what Kenyans are saying is the energy that Bahaj exhibited when engaging the residents of Githurai. Of course, they had different opinions. Some were supporting Azimio and others were supporting Kenya Kwanza. But the video was very engaging. The way Bahaj got to interact with the people on the ground was so energetic, and many people have actually, including former journalists, have actually commended him for the job well done. And here too at KTN, we really commend him for the good job that he's been doing with other reporters. And of course, we always want to inform our audiences in the best way we know how to. And so it's been very good, and I hope that our viewers will continue watching us for more of this compelling content.
Indeed, indeed. What else is trending?
Also, this week we had the story of the man who was shot in Mirama Drive, shot at 6 times and killed in broad daylight. And it's been a story that's been trending the whole week, truly, Dibal, and so much angles coming to it. First, we started by people knowing very little about it, but as we moved, reports from the police station and from the DCI have more details have emerged, and most Kenyans now are wondering, like, who really killed him, because there seems to be a disconnect. People are wondering if this guy now, it appears, had some shady dealings according to the DCI. So Kenyans are trying to wonder who really did that act. I've seen some people say that, some people trying to say maybe it's the police because he was arrested several times. But another person also said, I've never seen a policeman kill a robber and run away. So there's a lot of debate around that. But of course, some of them have come to condemn it at the same time. As much as people are reading mischief and cover-up, some people say it's unfortunate that killings happen in broad daylight, and the respect for human life has been completely lost. Another Twitter user said the driver must have recognized the shooter, thus he stopped only for bullets to rain on him. We remember the Standard had an exclusive CCTV footage, and we had shared it on our social media platforms that showed how the killing happened. So there's so much talk about around that Dibal. And also another story that has been trending this week, yesterday, we had a report where Oscar Sudi, a former principal of the secondary school, said that Oscar Sudi did not sit KCC at the school in 2006, as he had alleged. And that story, when it broke yesterday evening, there's so much interest in it because it's a case that's ongoing. And maybe I'll just read you a comment of one so that we can bring this issue to perspective, because he's not the first politician we are seeing that has been where questions about his academic papers have been raised. So there's a Facebook user who said, if the government was serious about checking the validity of educational backgrounds of all MPs and some governors, many of them will have been impeached and charges of forgery and false information pressed against them. So these are Kenyans really asking the government to be more proactive and to step up, really, especially in this political season where we also have, on record, Cs. Matiang'i is saying that some of the people who are contesting have criminal charges against them. So Kenyans are really waking up to this fact that why are these people allowed to run for office in the first place? And finally, Dibal, the Harambee Stars are on the risk of missing out on next year's AFCON because the Confederation of African Football have disqualified them from participating in the qualifiers following a disagreement with FIFA. Remember, FIFA banned Kenya, citing government interference in the FKF. And now the Confederation of African Football, the body which is in charge of football activities in the continent, has gone ahead actually to ban the country. And many Kenyans I've seen are not happy with the decision. And I'll read just 2 comments for you. There's a Facebooker who says this far is because of a government that feels nothing to its football fraternity. The office bearers and the power feel have no attachment or connection with the beautiful game. But on the flip side, there's one Rehema Miriam who said we should concentrate in what we are best at, that is athletics and rugby. As for matters of football, we are only best when it comes to watching the English Premier League. So there are mixed reactions there, but most Kenyans, of course, are not happy, and there's still that stalemate ongoing. The FKF caretaker committees, their reign ended just the other week, and we wait to see now what sports CS Amina Mohamed will do after this. Will she comply with the demands of FIFA, or what next for Kenyan football, really? That's it from me, Dibaya.
Okay. Thank you very much, Safiri. And as you mentioned, yes, we know what sort of dilemma we are in as a country in terms of the ban from FIFA. We had a caretaker committee. We give to understand that particular mandate they were given ends. Is it over yet, or maybe you can prime us on that a little bit?
Well, the FKF Caretaker Committee submitted their report to the Cabinet Secretary of the changes that they would wish to be done. But you know, the FIFA, the governing body, doesn't really recognize that, because the order from FIFA was that the previous FKF officials must be reinstated and allow the due process, because FIFA has their own FIFA has their own procedures of how they handle disputes. So the World Football Governing Body is really pressing on the government to stick to the procedures that are in FIFA. But now the government says the funds have been misappropriated, and we are a sovereign state, so we can't sort of being ruled by external bodies. So there's that standoff between the government and FIFA, which is why we are here today. So I'm really not sure now what next for Kenya, but for sure, footballers are suffering. I've seen Kenyan referees being left out. There's a list of referees that were supposed to officiate the upcoming AFCON qualifiers. They've been left out, and that's part of the punitive measures that were meted on FKF, rather the Kenyan government, when they defied the FIFA order to reinstate the previous FKF and recognize officials.
Of course, we've missed a very handy opportunity on listing referees, female referees from the country, where we know the World Cup for the first time will be having female referees, also looking or trying to referee the games. That is the male-dominated games, as it were. So Rwanda has one of them. Kenya misses out because of this ban, as it is. But Musafiri, before we wind up there is the monkeypox, and also that has been trending, and people want to know and get more information about this monkeypox. Do we stand threatened as a country because this is happening in the Europe, as it were, briefly?
Well, Dibal, I haven't really checked into that, so I'm really trying to understand what the fair is about. So I'll probably give you an update when I have more information about it.
Right, thank you. Thank you very much, Safiri. I really do appreciate Dana Karuki. We had Clement Masombo as well, and William Moege for priming us on what is happening on the News Diary this morning. That's it for now. Thank you for your valued company. My name is Dibala. Don't go away. Business Cafe is up next.